Had LeBron and Kyrie stayed together, they win another championship?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think, also think if KD doesn't go to Golden State.
Oh, yeah, but they had to get him.
Yeah.
They had to get him. They were
Yeah.
never going to beat you guys again, T-Lue.
Yeah. If KD doesn't go to Golden State, I think we win.
Three in a row.
And I think Kyrie stays because you can't leave after that.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I think he stays, and I think, like I said, we had a chance to win 2 or 3.
Is there anything you could have done differently to maybe keep Kyrie and LeBron together, or has Kyrie made his mind up that he wanted to go elsewhere?
He had made his mind up, but that's like another Kobe and Shaq situation. I would never let it happen.
Right.
Like, and I begged and pleaded. You know, Kobe.
LeBron said he begged and pleaded,
too.
said, hey, don't trade him. He still got a year on his contract. Don't trade him.
Bron was doing autograph signing with jerseys and stuff for his foundation. So I come sit next to Bron. We sitting there, handling the phone, Sports Center. Kyrie Irving's just been traded to the Boston Celtics. Man, Bron dropped the marker, and just lays back in his chair for about 10 minutes, doesn't say a word, like just pissed off. And Bron was crushed. And I saw when that happened, I thought things would I thought Bron would do something different, you know, sooner than later, and that's what he did.
So you believe LeBron would have stayed in Cleveland had Kyrie stayed in Cleveland?
Yes. I think so.
Damn.
As y'all can see, man, that's Tyron Lue there basically saying that LeBron James was, when he heard that, you know, the Kyrie trade to Boston went down, that he was, LeBron was mad, man. LeBron was heated, man. Of course, we all know that happened back in 2017, after they just lost in the finals to the Golden State Warriors, who had just got KD that year. And they lost 4 games to 1 that year, the year after they won the championship. Yeah, man, he said LeBron James was... He said he was mad, man. LeBron James was mad. And here's the thing. The reason I believe Tyron Lue, and that probably was a rumor that around it was, about, Kyrie. LeBron wanted Kyrie to get traded. But it did come out before, probably before he actually requested a trade. Kyrie requested a trade. But I feel like it was just a rumor, man. Now that I think about it and, seeing what Tyron Lue just said, and LeBron James, because LeBron, he wasn't, like, let's be honest, bro. Like, dude just helped you win the championship. Kyrie was one of the best guards in the NBA. At that time, top 2, top 3, whatever you want to, label him as then. And he was hitting his peak. The peak, he was hitting the peak. His best years. And why would LeBron James want to trade a guy that helped him win the championship? And what Tyron Lue said there, he tried to get him to, stop. I guess the GM to stop, which I think was it Dan Gilbert at the time? I can't think was it Dan Gilbert or the guy who was the GM now. I think it was Dan Gilbert though. But and that's interesting because the reason I believe Tyron Lue on that as well was because it's kind of like this situation that's going on now with LeBron and the Lakers, right? the Lakers traded AD for Luka, who, in my opinion, and I think it should be clear enough to everybody now that LeBron didn't want to trade AD. Like, that was clearly organization, that was their decision, Rob Pelinka decision to trade AD. And you see what, that all the things LeBron James doing now, him potentially it being his last year with the Lakers. And yeah, all the rumors that's going around with him switching teams next season, which I think now is a foregone conclusion, considering he just opted in, but opted in for 1 year. And so a lot of people look at it as LeBron might just retire. Bro, you gotta think, LeBron, his son, Bryce, is in college right now. And he got a chance to do the same thing that Bronny did. Go one and done and into the draft. You don't think LeBron gonna wait at least another year while he can? Like, y'all gotta take that in consideration. And we all know the Lakers that are willing to move on off him because they're not going to draft Bryce. They're not going to draft Bryce and Bronny. Like, the Lakers are not going to do that. Like, I don't see the Lakers doing that at all. And so when you got that going on, you have to look at it as like, okay, the organizations made a decision that didn't include me to a certain extent. And that's what I thought it was with the Kyrie situation. Even though Kyrie did did ask for a trade. And like I said, Tyron Lue did confirm that LeBron was trying to get the Cavs and Darren Gilbert to not trade Kyrie. So I definitely can see, believe Tyron Lue and LeBron getting heated and getting mad after that situation went down. And yeah, man, and he also said, of course, what we all been know that, they probably would have won more championships. I don't want to use hypotheticals, but in that sense, if they would have eventually found a way to beat the KD Warriors, they probably would have went out there and got a piece of here and there, or they would have tried to. If Kyrie would have stayed, man, they would have found a way to beat those dudes, man, in my opinion. Because the East was theirs at that time. Boston was young. And the Cavs did actually, without Kyrie, did actually end up going back to the finals. So it would have been a full-blown conclusion that they would go with Kyrie. But we all know that year, and Kyrie was in Boston, and he did get hurt. So what if that situation happened? The Warriors still win. So it's a hypothetical because we don't really know what happened. Like I said, injuries happen and all that stuff. So I believe they would have won more, if Kyrie did decide to stay, though. I believe so, for sure. But, yeah, that's all I wanted to come in to tell y'all, man. LeBron James was, man. And here's the thing about LeBron that I noticed, man. I don't think a lot of people notice this, man. But it's money. It's crazy. It could be an ego thing, or I could just be overreacting. But how LeBron James, the way he rave about his teammates, obviously we know he went to Miami, 1-2, back to back with D Wade and Bosh, right? And obviously won with AD and Kyrie. But y'all ever notice that LeBron, he don't really talk about D Wade like that? Maybe it's because, I don't know, man. I probably be overreacting just with it, but maybe it's because he feel like on the outside looking in, how we feel is that D Wade, taught him how to, win, all that, stuff. And D Wade took a backseat to LeBron, so it's like, I don't know, but he don't really talk about LeBron, D Wade, how you do, Kyrie, and I mean him and AD is just, they just click on a whole another level. So he don't really have to. I mean, and then LeBron, he just he does talk about AD a lot more than he do Wade too. Maybe it's, I don't know what the situation is. Maybe it's because D Wade got what he got going on with his. I don't know, y'all, man, but and maybe LeBron just ain't rocking with that like that, Oh no, man, but yeah, man, LeBron, we all know LeBron, and it'll be interesting to see what LeBron do next offseason too, cause that man is not going back to the Lakers. What the Lakers are doing to him, nah, bro, ain't doing that. We all know, bro, ain't doing. We all know he ain't spinning the block, man. This man finna get up out of there. Man. What I was gonna say, but this situation, yeah, Brian, he gonna be up out of there. Cause it's interesting how everything that came out there, the Lakers, they want to give him a 2-year deal with the player option on it, which, if you think about it, why would they want to keep giving LeBron a 2-year deal with player option when they know he just gonna resign anyway? But yeah, man, LeBron out there in that contract, he did something he never did before. A lot of people think he retired. I don't think that dude's gonna retire, man. LeBron gonna wait another year till Bryce go to a team, get that no draft Bryce. It's gonna be interesting because what team is really to draft Bryce? It's gonna end. The draft is before free agency next year, so Could LeBron James really be? Could we see a situation where LeBron forces his way out of LA? That's something to think about, y'all. That's really something to think about. I don't know, man. It'll be interesting. I'm not finna keep talking about what that man gonna do. We don't know what LeBron gonna do. But I definitely don't think he retired. He gonna try to get Bryce up in there. But yeah, man, that's all I had. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, share this video, and I'm out.